Hello, and welcome to Environment and Climate Change Canada's information session on the lime production reporting requirements. These requirements are applicable to those facilities subject to the Greenhouse Gas Reporting Program's expanded reporting requirements for 2019, which includes lime production facilities. We'll begin the session by introducing the expansion of the GHGRP and the lime requirements. We'll then explore the specific lime production reporting and quantification requirements. Finally, we'll discuss some common reporting issues specific to the lime sector, and then we'll wrap up by describing the resources available to help reporters. Here's a quick summary of the GHGRP and its recent expansion. The Greenhouse Gas Reporting Program administers the annual mandatory reporting of greenhouse gas emissions by facilities under the authority of Section 46 of the Canadian Environmental Protection Act. In 2017, Phase 1 of the GHGRP expansion was implemented. This phase included the following changes. First, the reporting threshold was lowered from 50 kilotons to 10 kilotons in carbon dioxide equivalent units. And second, the lime, cement, aluminum, iron, steel, and carbon capture, transport, and storage sectors were required to quantify their emissions using prescribed methods and report additional data that is associated with those calculations. In 2018, we implemented Phase 2 of the expansion. Similarly, there are additional requirements by sector. Specifically, this includes ammonia, base metal, electricity and heat, ethanol, hydrogen, mining, nitric acid, petroleum refining, and pulp and paper sectors. For 2019, while some small adjustments have been made, this year continues the same requirements from the first two phases of the expansion. Lime production reporting requirements are contained in Schedule 8 of the 2019 GHGRP notice, and prescribed quantification methods are included in Section 3 of Canada's Greenhouse Gas Quantification Requirements document. Lime production is defined as processes used to manufacture lime product by calcining limestone or other calcareous materials. These processes emit carbon dioxide from the calcination of feed materials in kilns. Note that while not discussed in this video tutorial, fuel combustion and flaring reporting requirements are applicable to lime facilities as well. These requirements are discussed in a separate video tutorial. With respect to reporting requirements, the annual CO2 emissions must be reported from lime production by lime type, as well as from calcined byproducts and wastes by byproduct type. Monthly quantities of lime produced by lime type, calcium and magnesium oxide contents in lime, calculated emission factors, and quarterly data on byproducts and wastes must also be reported. In each case, methods used to quantify emissions must be reported. With respect to quantification, a mass balance methodology is prescribed which estimates emissions based on lime types and calcined byproducts and waste. Continuous emissions monitoring systems, or CEMS, may also be used. Keep in mind that facilities will have to separate process emissions from fuel combustion emissions. Facilities that are subject to the Federal Output-Based Pricing System regulations, or the OBPS, may be aware that there are required methods to follow for quantifying emissions to be reported in the OBPS annual report. These methods are also allowable for your GHGRP report. Please note that the OBPS regulations refer to the GHGRP's 2017 methods for quantifying fuel combustion and lime production process emissions. In the GHGRP reporting module, there is a section where you must indicate if you're using these methods for your GHGRP report. If you select Yes for this option, the methodologies that you can select on the subsequent screens no longer refer to the 2019 GHGRP methods. They refer either to the 2017 GHGRP methods or other applicable OBPS methodologies. Note that it is not mandatory to use the OBPS required quantification methodologies for reporting to the GHGRP. It is an option for those facilities subject to the OBPS regulations. Further, in the OBPS reporting system, there is a function provided that will generate an OBPS to GHGRP printout based on the emissions you're reporting in the annual OBPS report. This is not intended for facilities that are subject to expanded GHGRP requirements. In the GHGRP report, after reporting the detailed information for each applicable activity, there is a function that automatically populates the total emissions categories based on the previous emissions information provided. Therefore, there's no need to use the printout. For the purpose of integrating facility-reported data directly in national-level greenhouse gas reporting, for example, in the National Inventory Report for Canada, the emissions data reported by facilities to the GHGRP need to be fully supported by the estimation details provided in the report. In some cases, we found that the calculated data reported cannot be reproduced when using the prescribed quantification methodologies. For example, emission factors are to be calculated based on magnesium oxide and calcium oxide contents. However, when we use the reported calcium and magnesium oxide contents to calculate emission factors, they are not in agreement with the reported emission factors, and they should be. Please double-check calculations and ensure the correct information is reported. To wrap up, this slide lists the resources available to help facilities in completing their GHGRP report. Our website listed here is the place to go where you can find a link to the 2019 GHGRP notice, which describes the latest reporting requirements. You'll also find the technical guidance document on reporting greenhouse gas emissions. This helps to explain the notice and specific technical requirements. Also included on our website is a link to the Greenhouse Gas Quantification Requirements document, which is mandatory for those subject to the expansion. You will also find a link to access the single window system and the following guidance on using this online system to submit your report. There's swim guidance, including video tutorials on accessing single window for the first time, connecting your profile to an organization, and managing organization information. We also provide enhanced step-by-step instructions on submitting a greenhouse gas report. There's also a page dedicated to more commonly asked questions and answers. And of course, you can contact the GHG Help Desk with any questions you may have. And new this year are a series of video tutorials available on YouTube to help explain the requirements, common reporting issues, and how to prepare your GHGRP report. Finally, here's how you can reach the GHGRP. Please do not hesitate to contact us if you have any questions, and also have a look at all the resources available to you. We encourage you to check out the additional recordings available, including information sessions on the general reporting requirements applicable to all facilities, and an overall look at the expanded reporting requirements. Please also review any of the relevant single window demonstration videos. Thank you.